As our team prepares to take to the staging lanes for Friday qualifying at the Dodge SRT U.S. Nationals, Don Schumacher Racing regrets to announce that funny car driver Matt Hagan recently tested positive for COVID-19 and will not be competing this weekend. Hagan has not been in contact with anyone since his diagnosis, and he is currently quarantining.
Yeah, it's a very, very tough deal. I'm a big, tough farm boy, and I didn't think COVID this or that. I was like, I'm kind of anti-mask, anti-vax, whatever, but I'm just like, live life, man. Like, let's go do this, and it's just one of those things where COVID hit me, man, and it brought me to my knees. It humbled me. I lost 27 pounds. I couldn't eat. I was in the hospital for days. They couldn't do anything with me, and I struggled with it for, we had 2 weeks off before that Indy race, or the race before that. Yeah, it was Indy where they didn't qualify. And I was battling it, man. I was just trying to do whatever I could to get better. I was taking IVs. I was doing all kinds of stuff, and nothing was working. And finally had to throw the towel in and just say, hey, look, I'm not in any physical, mental shape to drive this race car. And I was still testing positive for COVID. And and there was times that I laid in the hospital that I was like, man, I might die. It's a real feeling when you can't walk to the bathroom and be, and you catch your breath. You know what I mean? Like it was to that point where I was like, this is, I've been in crashes and broke bones and, been on fire. And, there was moments where you're going like, this might not turn out the way it's supposed to, so that mentality of that was really kind of like eye-opening for me, thank God that after I put a press release out, I had a family, a Christian family. They called me up and they said, hey, we have hydroxychloroquine and we want to send it to you. We're not sure how bad you are, but within 2 days of taking hydroxychloroquine and the Z-Pack and zinc, my breathing turned around, my fever broke.
Wow.
Just everything, man. Like it was unbelievable to me. And, over here, these protocols that they had at the hospital did nothing for me. And, and they were talking about ventilators and all this other mess, and it's just scary, man, and for them for a racing family to send me, hydroxychloroquine over the mail that they got from another country, to help me, was unbelievable. And just,
right.
And within days, everything turned around for me, and I got to be better, and I got to where I could walk around again and breathe a little bit. And I started pushing myself to do laps outside, and, just unbelievable how crippling and debilitating this was for me, as a guy that I felt like I was in pretty good shape, so anyway, getting better like that, and then still sitting there watching Tommy Johnson, drive your race car. And God bless him, man. He did a great job. Tommy's a great driver. I mean, he run it up to me the year before that. And, I knew Tommy was a wheel man, and, there was never going to be any issues. And it was a good weekend for Tommy because he was able to honor his dad, in that race.
Right.
And so it was a very special moment for him. But Tommy did a great job, man. He knocked it out of the park. But it is a weird feeling watching someone else drive your car and win in it, you know what I mean? And it just, you hear everybody else brag on him, driving your car, you know what I mean? So it's just, it was kind of crazy, but hey, that's the hand you're dealt, man. Life is tricky like that. Life changes fast. It changes in moments, and I was just very lucky to get through it. I was very blessed that the family sent me the medicine that I needed to get better. And, just when in a time where these doctors wouldn't do or couldn't do, or, had their hands tied that wouldn't prescribe that medication, and so, it was just, pretty wild times, but I was able after 2 races to come back, and I think we won our second race out after that, and, just battled back hard and just fought to the bitter end. And, there was times where I really feel like COVID kind of cost me my championship, but it is what it is, and you can cry about spilled milk all the time, but you just clean it up and move forward, man. And just that's kind of where we're at with it. But it was definitely a crazy year before that with the COVID racing and the championship stuff, and then coming out last year with me having COVID and doing all that, and still trying to come back that Charlotte race and not know how this nitro is going to affect my lungs and my breathing and the G-force,
right,
and all that stuff, and the mentality of that, so just a lot going on with that, man.
Well, that's the heart of a champion speaking right there. I appreciate you taking that dive and kind of giving us that behind the scenes, because a lot of people around the world can kind of connect with you and what you're saying, because we all know somebody who's gone through that, or if you haven't, now you do.